you down. I'll put you into a base of self.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
Jack Scotti. Yeah, we should probably do a formal start though. Unless you,
Fucking Al
is this
Shuman,
good enough to be
podcast
content?
director.
Is the bar that low?
Yes.
Me asking if it's content?
We don't want to outdo them with our hilarity in here.
Yeah.
Especially considering this guy got yelled at by a hot chick. She was hot, though.
Yeah, she thought you were going to eat the chair.
Yeah,
She's like,
probably.
no, we need that for later. All right, so we're going to get to the... Wait, we're actually recording? This is live?
Let's listen to the guy with the blazer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. The guy with the fucking brain that's blazed fucking beyond repair. Okay. Want to talk about my clothes? What about you? We know you're a
I
fucking
look
undercover
like I'm
cop, bro.
homeless, dude.
By the way, you got to turn your mic on.
Like that?
Yeah, can you hear yourself?
There we go.
Yeah.
Probably only out of one ear.
Yeah.
We got Jack
little-
Scotti in the mix.
Yeah.
And DJ.
Can you
There?
there? How about now?
There we
Good?
go.
All right. How about you?
Cool.
You got both ears?
Yeah, dog.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm just totally going to edit this shit out.
All right. Good.
Okay,
Because
cool.
it's shit.
All right. How about an intro? Where are we?
Where?
Wow.
About to reach over. Fucking slap a hoe. This is the gag on this podcast, recording live from Blacktop Comedy. BlacktopComedy.com for all your comedy needs. Episode description as the show and guest social media. Like what you hear, leave a review. Hate what you hear, go fuck yourself, but still leave a review. Find us on a bunch of podcast places, not on one you use. Email us, gagonThisPodcast@gmail.com. Let us know. Send us your dick pics. I got another dick pic, by the way.
Woohoo.
Infowars.com.
Fuck. I need to calm down. Love Alex Jones. Intro, outro, beneath the surface.
The frogs are gay.
This guy's just running shit. I am Big Nick. The luscious Danny D is not here because apparently she's sick, yet she posts on Facebook that she feels fucking fantastic. She's a
Big
cunt.
Nick, Little Dick Johnson. What's good, baby?
I'm joined by my Portuguese lover. That is Rob.
Hello.
And our guest, we got a double header. We got the amazing...
Portuguese?
Yeah, Portuguese
Are you?
Poppy,
No.
they call him.
Oh, then what the...
Does he look Portuguese?
Wow,
look
now I feel afraid.
No, just your reaction of like, are you really Portuguese?
It's like,
Just doesn't
God,
look-
Yeah,
Do you-
Jack wouldn't have done the podcast otherwise.
Yeah.
He knew-
there are fat, hairy Portuguese. They're
Jack-
out there.
Jack, do you hate Portuguese people?
Are you Hawaiian?
Not that much.
No, fair enough. I hate Portuguese, so we're good.
Yeah.
The Portuguese. We are joined by Al Shuman.
Hey.
Hey.
There.
And we are joined by the intelligent Jack Scotti.
Hi.
Woohoo.
Which, by the way, our former co-host, Jerron, I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I remember John.
Yeah, he fucking
God bless.
loves
Yeah.
you.
He does?
God, yes.
Oh.
Like, he wanted you... Do you feel awkward now? Cause
No, I remember him asking me to
He
be
wanted
on,
to
and then it was like months out, and then it was like summer, and then I forgot.
Yeah, because I hit you up, and you were... I think at first you didn't know who the
Yeah,
fuck
I was like, who
was.
is this guy? What is he? What podcast? What is he talking about?
Talking to me about gagging? What the fuck
Yeah, I
is
was
going on?
Trying to fuck me?
What is this the wrong thing?
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe.
So,
But then you said
I'm
you
here.
do it again.
Yeah, I'm here now.
And then I tried to fucking get you on again, and it took this guy to get you on.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I wanted to come back, but I didn't want to do it alone. I care about my reputation.
Really?
Not that much.
Did you listen to the best of?
Oh, there was a best of episode?
Yeah.
Was I
It was
on
short,
it? Did
yes.
I make it?
Yes.
It was just me?
It was
No.
just your episode again.
That's when we said, bye, Al.
What? I'm curious. What statement of mine did you use? Out of context, probably, but
The Benoit balls, the family fun time,
Okay, that was it. Good time.
and then you getting tight-lipped when I talked about Jesse Smollett being black and gay, and he's basically a character. You were like, "Oh, I don't know if we should say this."
Yeah, because there were 6 black people in the audience.
I think
And I
those,
wanted to be respectful, okay?
those were the chairs.
And I wanted to reserve judgment. Whoa, hey, come on. Looks like we're going to have a repeat now.
I don't believe we had an audience back then.
Oh, shit. They call it the gag on this podcast because gagging is what you do when you put the barrel in your mouth.
The fuck
Jesus.
are you doing?
All your listeners want to do.
Oh,
No, your listeners are nice people. You got some. Are the Canadians? Are they still listening to it?
no.
Oh,
Oh, those fucking Canucks.
No, we got somebody in Michigan that loves us. Somebody in Ireland that loves us. Iraq every now and then.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yassine is a big fan.
His cousins he left behind.
You with us?
I was drinking some fucking water. So one thing I want to talk to you about, Mr. Shuman,
Let's go.
before you have your chicken and asparagus,
Yeah.
ugh,
Take a whiz on you, dog.
is Verbal Insults now has a Well,
Not
yeah, it'll have a podcast when this comes out, right? When's your thing?
February 22nd.
Oh, then
Okay,
no,
couple weeks.
you will have a podcast.
Verbal Insult Podcast. Yeah, it's going down. Pretty much like a long form roast battle. And yeah, we're going to be posting like audio clips of the Verbal Insults Live events as well. And yeah, we're trying it out February 22nd. Going to see how it goes, see how in that format, in a different place, just what the vibe is. We got the Fill My Heart podcast. They're going to be taking us on hour-long
this
conversation.
isn't Fill My Heart? No, I'm just kidding.
It might as
When
well
there's a
be.
TV, when are we gonna watch the clips?
We're going to be watching Dr. Phil clips to be sick. No, I'm appearing on, or I guess recording on the Fill My Heart podcast on the 12th, I think, or 12th or 13th. And then we're going to have both Parker Newman and Drew Absher on the first episode of Verbal Insults podcast. And then depending on how that goes, whether it would be purely audio or video as well, we're kind of going to see how it turns out and then take it from there.
Verbal Insults thing is really fucking taking off, man.
Yeah, we got a website, www.verbalinsults.com.
Only 2 W's?
No, I said 3. Play the tape back. Jack, how many W's did I
I don't
say?
know.
I said 3.
I just heard www dot.
Maybe you're focusing on the details when I want you to see the big picture, all right? You do this to all of your guests, you fucking shill.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Dickhead.
I forgot what I was going to fucking say.
Probably.
So how often do you do your shows? The verbal insult.
Oh, so first Friday of every month is the Verbal Insults live event, which is where we have, we'll kick it off. Me and Josh will roast each other, do some stand-up, like bumping mic style. Then we'll have our 3 judges do around 7 minutes of stand-up each. And then like a guest comedian will do a set. Then we'll have around 5 battles.
Okay.
And then we'll have the Wheel of Misfortune, where we have audience volunteers. 2 to 3 are randomly selected to get called onto the stage front and center.
That's
and then all the
relatively
comedians,
new.
yeah, roast the fuck out of them.
Nice.
We've actually, so we've been doing that, but
Okay.
it's good now. At first, we were still working out the kinks with it. And also, like me and Josh, we're still getting our, I guess, rhythm going as far as like doing stand-up together at the same time. So I think now we're gelling pretty well, firing on all cylinders, and like we're able to, because whenever you talk with someone, like what's happening right now with me and Jack, you don't know when you're supposed to talk versus like when the other person's about to say something. And yeah, we've done, I think maybe like 8 shows or something. And you know, the more reps you get, the better you guys work as a team. I mean, I'm sure you guys will get better at whatever
Someday.
it is you
Yeah,
guys do one
eventually.
day. But there's hope.
You think I'll be a judge again?
Probably not, to be honest.
I figured as much. I was too nice.
How many
Yeah,
cancellations
and
do you
you're
need?
fucking you didn't show good judgment. I still hold a grudge. You think Jake Risley won that battle when all the other judges realized that it was pure domination, but you're like, oh, he said something about 9/11.
Did I say
Racist
that?
ass. Yeah. Let's play the tape.
Oh wow, I don't. I'll have to listen to that. It is released.
Yeah,
So.
I believe the quote is, you're like, hey, look at me, Nick Johnson, making a shitty decision, and I'm going to go with Jake Risley because he said the thing about 9/11. All the play people are walking by.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
are.
real art. What were we talking about?
Are they really?
They well, not anymore, but they did.
Oh.
But one of them's staring.
All right.
Oh, there's no one there.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
you
fucker.
looked. You looked.
I did.
Stupid
I was
idiot.
trying to wave.
You fucking moron.
Damn. This is harsh.
Nitwit.
Nitwit.
Yeah, you want to be on the Verbal Insults podcast? This is how it's done, bro. If you could survive an hour, And like Jack's a nice guy. Imagine if there's just like a more piece of shit version of me. That'd be Josh.
Well, I know Josh. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know?
I'm familiar. No, not really. Not like in the biblical sense. No.
Well, you haven't killed. No, I don't want to say that. You haven't crucified him.
Wow.
Jack, you were on one of the verbal insults, right?
Yeah, I was on a 4.
How'd you do?
I think the first one I filled in for someone against Drew Schaefer. I made a really good battle and I lost. And then
Well, you should have made a 9/11 joke. If I was
Yeah,
there, I would have voted you
got
as
it.
a win.
and then I did Luke Soin and he won. And I'm still mad about it.
Rematch.
And then,
rematch.
David Thorne. And I beat him so bad I felt bad.
Good.
Like people went, oh. And I was like, oh my God.
David
Jack was
loves
like,
himself
"Don't
for
worry,
that.
he's mentally handicapped before the battle."
Yeah.
Was that the one where he was wearing a shirt of himself?
No, he was wearing a shirt of a different guy. But the guy looked just like him.
Okay.
Wait, actually,
Oh, wait,
I
no.
think, Britt Broadhurst wore a
Britt
shirt
wore
with
a shirt of
David's
David
face
Thorne,
on
and
it.
then he gave David one.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
Britt Broadhurst. That sounds like an awesome wrestling name.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Terrible roaster, but
You hear that, Britt?
wrestler.
It's not easy to do.
No, it's very hard. And then
It's not that
I
hard.
think I won it. Yeah.
Well, you're
If
just
you're
an
an
asshole.
asshole.
Yeah, if you're a piece of shit who doesn't have any, well, at least is aware of your own insecurities and can leverage them to fuck with your opponent, then but like where it gets difficult is if like you're worried about like, oh no, if this person talks about my teeth and I'm insecure about my teeth, then it might be difficult. But it's like the best roasters are the ones who like have really good self-deprecating stand-up material, because it's like you could write a joke about them, but chances are like they're gonna be saying like way funnier shit than you could ever think of, because it's like they know themselves way better than you.
Has Parker been on any of them?
Yeah, he's actually
He's judged a
Because
couple
when you think
too.
of
Yeah, he's-
self-deprecating, I think of him.
he's
so.
judged a couple. We've had him do some stand-up sets, and then he's actually going to be competing against his friend Joey Stoltz this Friday.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you had your 4th that we cut you off on.
Shannon Battle. Beat Shannon Battle.
Yeah, it was more of a beatdown than a battle.
Yeah, it was really one-sided. But it was fun. And then I judged one in Chico. Was that? Yeah, I judged a Chico one. And that was cool.
Oh, were you nice?
No.
Okay, good. You'll probably
It's
get
a huge dick.
welcomed back.
Yeah.
One thing I'm curious about is we had Drew Schaefer on. No, the food is. You guys could say that on the mic, like.
Well, we wanted to. All right, so we
There's
don't
no fucking
really
etiquette.
respect any of you. So
Fair
we're going to
enough.
be eating. Jack has just gone to the restaurant. I don't know if it's not good enough to promote which restaurant we're getting food from, but we're getting food.
It's
from
not the pastrami shop, so
yeah,
that's.
it's not the Pasturami place. So we're going to be getting food. So
Yeah,
Jack's going to be out of here for the next 2 minutes.
It's
So
a
if you guys
Oriental
want to know
place.
something about him, ask away. We'll talk about the truth, and he could figure out what we said. When
Does
he
his
listens
does his
post-hoc.
captain still wear his cap to dinner?
I don't get that reference.
Is he cut?
Oh, does he have a circumcised penis?
Yes.
I'm gonna say probably.
All right. We'll have to ask him when he gets back.
Yeah.
You saw that story I sent you about the guy.
Yes, who didn't wash his penis and it fucking congealed.
The guy was 24 years old.
Al's fucking face is like, I better start washing my penis.
The guy,
We'll
uncut,
cross that bridge when we need to.
uncut dude, hadn't washed his dick for 24 years.
Wait, you're Portuguese. You for sure aren't circumcised.
I'm
right?
snipped. I was born here.
No, you're not.
You want me to show you?
Yeah. Whip it out. Whip it out.
no,
yeah.
please.
It was having some issues, and his girlfriend at the time said it's getting bigger, and he thought, cool. And she said, no, not cool, because it was funky smelling and stuff. So
How do
apparently
you not wash your dick
he
for
never
24 years?
thought to pull the foreskin. I guess he never thought to pull the foreskin past a certain point.
Oh, that's a lot of
And
cheese.
so that means he's definitely not getting like blowjobs and shit throughout his life, because it's like someone would have said something.
He said he'd had sex with like 40 people.
Yeah, but having sex with a condom on, I don't know. Did he just give every girl a yeast infection?
He's
or
a
something?
bartender. He said he slept with around 40 women, was told that washing properly would cause discomfort and swelling to go down. Just fucking nasty ass shit. But yeah, it just built up and built up. And
Well, I mean, if he thought that washing properly would cause discomfort and swelling, but
Well, he
not to
just
go
didn't
down,
realize
just
that it
thought
would go down.
Cause that, so
Yeah.
that's why he never did it. Jack, are you circumcised? They want to know.
Yes.
He wants to know.
All right, there you go.
No,
ladies.
he said he knew everything about you, and I asked him, and he said he didn't know.
No,
What
I
else
said
do you
probably.
know?
I made an educated guess, and I was right.
Yeah.
Are they still doing the play out there?
No.
I was going to say, they're a
There's
little
girl out
silent.
there.
The hot chick? You don't know?
Do you not swing
I
that
think
way?
Jack's definition of hot is probably a lot more different than your definition of hot. Stay in your lane, boy.
Yeah, I do like them. Do you like them broken?
No.
He's like, do you like them broken, foolish, and easy?
That was such a
like 'em
genuine
fixed.
fucking reaction. You're like, no.
You want neutered women?
Next type of woman. Next type of woman is affordable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie there. Now that Jack is back, we can continue with
Jack is back.
the podcast.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
that's
Okay.
fine. We were just bullshitting.
Okay.
But one thing I was curious about is we had Drew Schaefer on, and we had a couple of other roasters. They were saying that
Let's
What are
get
they-
into
you're going to have to
any
learn your
drama.
mic diction, dude, if you're going to do a fucking podcast.
Learn how to suck my dick, bro.
He was saying that it's different than like celebrity roast because everybody knows their past. When you're just roasting a random comedian, do you go more for physical attributes?
You just do your research because I feel like if you can say the thing about them like quickly, like he works at the prison or whatever, and then a joke about that. So like one I had against Luke was Luke used to work in corrections. Oh man, how'd it go? Luke used to work in corrections, and every time he would tour the prison, he'd have to bring his dog with him so he wouldn't be the biggest bitch in the yard.
Damn.
And that's like because it's quick, you still get it out and it's quick. So I think you can do whatever. But I mean, physical is probably easier.
Yeah,
Like make fun of
there's-
someone for being fat.
Go ahead, make
Rob,
fun of them.
Yeah.
Here,
or
dish it out.
their teeth or whatever.
Yeah,
But I
the
think
gag
just
on
research.
this podcast, but you guys clearly never gag while you eat. It's going all the way down. But yeah, so looking at roast though, two primary categories. It's like if you're going to go for like the physical route, as Jack was saying, it's like if it can be empirically verified. It's like if you say something, it's like if you have a fat joke, they need to be able to look and see that he's fat as fuck, and then it's like okay, that makes it. But if you're trying to do like background jokes where it's like about their history, it just has to that's where like the writing comes into play. And it's like if you could establish the premise in one sentence, one quick sentence where it's like Luke used to work in corrections, it's like okay, there we go, then he's able to set up the joke. But it's like you just need to have it distilled to the essential language to establish the premise.
So it's like there really is a formula to it.
Oh yeah, there's a science to roasting.
I think it's just joke writing in general. Just write a good roast, write a good joke.
Yeah, I mean, because we had, who was it?
We had a bunch of people. I'm just looking at that bucket of fucking sweet and sour they gave you. Jesus Christ, dude.
Dip your foreskin in there.
What were you saying, Rob? Sorry.
No, I was just, I can't remember who it was. It was here.
Joe Morgan?
No.
Drew Schaefer?
Was it Drew?
Wendy Lewis?
It was the one you weren't here for.
Oh,
The
there's a
clean,
lot of them.
squeaky guy.
Squeaky clean guy. Who the fuck?
I cannot remember his fucking name. Anyway, he was talking about how it's just rough.
You're like
'cause-
the clean, squeaky guy, whoever the fuck he is.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
but he was talking about it was rough doing a roast because...
Who's that little bitch that doesn't curse?
No. No, because you're just...
No, I'm just-
You can't go too deep on people.
Jack
'cause-
is a little bitch, but he doesn't cuss.
That was Drew Schaefer.
right. He
Oh, is
does.
it? Okay. But, yeah,
Drew
just...
is not squeaky clean.
He looks squeaky clean. I'm not saying he is squeaky clean, but he
likes-
looks...
Get up close.
He likes bubble porn,
He doesn't
man.
wash his
Exactly.
neck
Yeah, the
well
bubble
enough.
porn guy.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say he was into it. Well, I guess he did, didn't he?
What, that he was into bubble porn? Yeah.
Okay.
What is bubble porn?
So you take a picture of like people that are clothed, like in bikinis,
Ooh, I like where this is going.
but instead of nudity, you put bubbles so you cover. So the only part you see is the flesh parts. So it looks like they're naked. So I guess that's how Mormons jerk it without looking at porn.
Is that just because how Drew looks? You think that's why Mormons do it?
No, that's the way he
Oh.
talked about it. I guess he was raised that way. So anyway, but he was talking about it's easier like with celebrity roasts and stuff because everyone knows something about them personally. So when you do a little local roast here on a local comic that no one's ever seen before, it's just you're limited to you're fat, you're ugly, you dress funny.
Also, I think there's like a psychological component to it where it's like if someone has elevate, who the fuck would waste their time doing that?
That is Mormon bubble porn.
If you jerk off to that, there's a reason why you're having to jerk off to that and
the
not
one.
getting real pussy.
Although bubble porn on Pornhub is
Oh, jeez.
really good.
Yeah, you'd have a no. I don't want to talk about that. I'm all about sexual positivity, but if you jerk off to that, you should feel shame.
Drew,
He likes wait. Does he likes bubble porn, or he was just talking about it?
He was talking about it. I don't
Okay,
think he-
very important distinction.
I don't
Drew,
wanna-
I don't want to dishonor Drew,
Exactly.
sully his good name with what he jerks off to.
Ruin his marriage.
Yeah, ruin his marriage.
Dude, your phone's history must be like the phone equivalent of like a gangbang bukkake video.
it's pretty bad.
It's
Yeah.
just really fucking the shit he looks up on there all the fucking time.
Well, last time he was on.
Wait. Before we get into typical gag on this dirtiness, wanted to make one last point about the difference between celebrity roast versus roast with no-name people.
Good job for bringing it back.
Yeah, no problem. Someone's got to run this ship.
Yes.
So with the celebrity roast, there is people have like an elevated status. So there's like a novelty to it where it's like, oh shit, that famous person who is quote unquote above me or elevated in society, whether it's like financially, socially, fame, all that bullshit. People not necessarily want to see them fall or like to be brought down to their level.
But you're punching up.
Yeah, so there's more tension there, and it makes it. I think it's a lot easier to roast the celebrity because people want to see them get shit on. But with roast, like one thing that we're pretty careful about is if there's two no-name people and one of them's getting fucked up, the crowd usually won't enjoy it. Like what
They
creates
feel bad for him.
yeah, so like Jack's matchup with David Thorne. No offense, David, you're a great guy, I love you, but Jack butchered you. And
He got
And the crowd
hosed.
like felt sad for David.
yeah, they're like,
bullying
oh,
him.
that poor man. All Lenny wanted to do was see the rabbits.
Poor David.
But yeah, so when it's important when like booking the matchups to have parity between the matchup, like equal skill, equal experience. That way, it's like it makes it competitive as opposed to like a beatdown.
So
Which
what
is easier to do after doing 8 shows instead of the beginning because you have no fucking clue.
Yeah. We're recording everything, and it's all like trial and error. We review everything, so it's like if we do something wrong, we try to never do it again.
So what I'm hearing you say is that Jack Scotti is way better at roast than David Thorne.
Well, I would say not just that. I would say probably most things.
Jesus.
Like appearance and
No, actually, David is like one of like the nicest dudes.
No, I
I've
love David.
ever
He's the
met.
best.
He's a true friend, and I have a lot of respect.
God damn, dude, your podcast diction.
Yeah, I'm fucking articulate, bro. Get used to it. You and your
Fucking A.
7th grade reading level, bro. Tell your podcast listeners to read a fucking book.
So how are you going to do the podcast roast then if it's all audio?
Find out come February 22nd.
he's talking to himself. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out.
He hasn't figured it out yet.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, it'll figure itself out.
I mean, it was a good downloaded episode that when we released the roast battle. So
Oh yeah, you guys are stealing our content. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I think that was before it was verbal insults.
yeah,
I think that was the Rockland Rumble or something, or the tournament. You guys put it the tournament, right? That's
I have no idea. It was so long ago.
Yeah, you judged the tournament. Yeah, that's why the winner doesn't matter.
I know Jake Risley was actually quite upset that I didn't vote him for a win. I found out later. He was
It
talking
wasn't our
shit in the
battle.
back.
You voted for him.
No, it was the next one, and I guess, oh fuck, who was it? It was Ryan Goodcase.
Oh, what?
Ryan Goodcase.
They never faced each other.
Yeah, they did during that thing.
No, I beat him, so he was eliminated from the tournament. To
You
bring
got to
back
go in your
nitwit.
fucking mic, dude. Jesus, you're killing me over
I don't know.
here.
Do you want your listeners to clearly hear how stupid you are? If anything, I should talk away from the mic as far as possible.
It was Ryan Goodcase.
And he did not take on Jake Risley.
Yes, he did. Because
You
at
want
the
to put
end,
money on this? I will put $300 on this
Jeez.
right now.
well, I'm not that confident.
All right, there we go. So listen to Daddy and agree.
No, I think they did because Ryan,
No, you stupid bitch.
Ryan on his last joke didn't do a joke about Jake. He did
No.
a joke about somebody else.
Luke and Ryan Goodcase battled. First round was me and Jake Risley, and he got eliminated. You were there.
I was
You get hit
judging.
in the head with a shovel after it, bro? How do you not remember?
Well, I was pretty worn out from complimenting all the roasters on their good jokes.
But I think you need to listen to your episode again, bro.
Oh, that was so far in the fucking past.
Yeah, I don't listen to this shit.
So, Jack Scotti, what's your fortune say?
Learn Chinese.
What's your lucky numbers?
Make your
Look on
podcast
the other
appearance
side.
choices better. Or it just says work harder. Those Chinese, they love their work.
36, 47, 8, 46, 47, 47.
Those are the slave names of the Chinese that made that cookie.
48. Those are good cookies. So, Jack, how do you like hosting the open mic?
It was fun. I like it.
Son of a bitch.
You don't ask him a question when he puts a whole fucking fortune cookie in his mouth.
Well, at least he wasn't chewing it on mic. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both just devouring food right now. How's it going, Rob?
That's going great. I can't stand watching Al eat.
I feel like
He
he's
just
being very
digs
careful not
in
to get it
over
on
and
his
over and over and
blazer
over again.
stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to get in on my suit. I need this for work. And I don't want to pay for dry.
Is that the only suit you have?
No, I got a couple, but this is my favorite.
Oh,
You
he
sound
wore
like
his
you're
favorite
6
suit
years
for
old.
us. It has a little sailor hat.
This is my special suit. This is the first suit that I wore when I took a man's life for the first time.
Your John Wick suit.
This is what I wore in my first communion.
Yeah.
All right, so now that you're done chewing,
Okay.
open mic.
It's
Dig
fun. Yeah, it's cool. I'm a host. I don't know what else to say. I feel like it's made me a better comedian in general. I feel like it's like being very present.
What's your
Especially,
best
like,
experience and your worst experience with open mic?
My best.
Good job.
That's how you ask a fucking question.
We were going to get there eventually.
No, you weren't.
Let's see.
You're right.
One of my favorite ones. I don't know if it was best, but I can think of. Well, I don't know if I was hosting, but it was here, and it was like I think I was hosting, and there was so when I came in, there was a dude who was just hanging out. I think he was watching the podcast, but then later, right as the mic started, someone came up and was like, "Hey, that guy took a bunch of beers from the fridge and said he would pay for them later." And then I was like, "Oh shit!" And then Al was like, "I'm gonna go fucking talk to the guy." And then Al was just like, "Come outside." And then it was just me and Roman. I was like, "Do we need to go help him fight this dude or whatever?" And then I was like, "Maybe we should grab because David Thorne, when he started, he was there. I was like, let's go get David Thorne." And so Roman ran up to David. He's like, "David, we might have to go fight a guy in the parking lot." And David, no questions asked, was like, "Oh, okay." And he put all his stuff down. He was ready to go fight the guy.
Grab the lead pipe.
Yeah, he was ready to go. So that was really cool. Worst experience? I don't know. I feel like just when it's there's so many comedians and it just keeps going.
So wait, what you just described was your best experience.
was the best.
Dealing with a drunkard.
It was fun. I don't know.
When did it end up happening?
The guy just left. He said he would come back and pay, and then he
What a
just left.
terrible way to fucking tell the story of what happened, Jack.
What?
You stupid bitch.
Well, I don't know. That's the truth.
Well, what's funny is he came to our podcast and he was just nuts, and he was talking about how
Oh, his name was
Oh
Matt
yeah,
Grill.
he was.
His name was Matt Griddle.
No, McGriddle.
McGriddle.
Yeah, McGriddle. The
His
fucking
name-
most unhealthy thing on the fucking McDonald's menu, and he was
That's
one of
saying
your
something.
listeners.
So all right.
You owe us $5 for that
He's
beer.
listening right now.
Sack of shit.
So first of all, his name is Nick.
Nick Griddle.
No, well, I shouldn't
Wait,
say
what's
his
his last name? Dox this fool.
No, because
I saw him at an open mic a week later, and he was like, it was blowing his mind. He's like, "What? But how are you guys here? You guys were at the other."
yeah. So he came in and he was talking to Danny about how he has 45 minutes that he's going to do for a charity show, and then he was thinking about maybe recording his special at Blacktop Comedy.
I think he meant 45 minutes is how long it'll take him to steal everything of value in the venue.
So then he looks at me and he goes, "How do I know you?" And I was like, "I know you from fucking AA."
Really?
Yeah, as he's shit faced, and he's just like, "Oh yeah." Well, yeah, and then they thought I was an asshole. They were like, "You're such an asshole for saying that." I was like, "That's where I fucking
I wasn't
know him
here for that one.
from fucking yeah, you were
Was I?
yeah." And
I
then
don't remember that.
And then yeah, Paul hit me up and he was just like, "Hey, so did you have a guy that was watching your podcast?" And I was like, "Yes, I heard, I saw."
Yeah, he offered, in compensation for it, he offered his services as manual labor. He's like, yeah, bro, if you need like a fridge moved or something, I can totally help you out. I'm
I'll
like,
wash your
Steals more
dishes.
beers from
Yeah.
the fridge.
yeah, I'm like, how's
Like, we gotta lighten this up, guys. Come on, we're gonna move it. Let's take them out.
Yeah.
Clean
and then I
toilets.
proceeded to shit on him for like 10 minutes.
Nice.
I'm like, no, it's fine. You're welcome back. No, it's all good. And then I'd like just keep shitting on him. Be like, no, it's fine. But where it was like, it's a free country. You could come, but we're gonna shit on you. It's like I don't believe in banning. I just believe in
Except
beating.
for
yeah.
just kidding.
Whoa. All right.
shit.
He's not banned. He's not banned.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
Yeah, I know.
He's,
Just kidding.
all right. Where was I?
Sorry.
All right. We might need to just like bleep out the last 10 minutes. Whenever we.
Say real names.
Yeah, the last time I called Jack a stupid bitch, let's just start there. Cut that out. That's when things started to take a turn for the worse. And Jack's not a stupid bitch. He's a smart young man. You guys are stupid bitches.
I'll bleep it. I'll bleep it.
Oh, he's not banned.
Nick doesn't like to edit.
If you have listened to the have you listened to the podcast?
A couple times.
No shit.
And you're still here?
Yeah, listen to his. I mean, it was the highlight reel.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. But
The one where we made him feel uncomfortable. I still think that's fucking amazing.
What?
That you were like freaked out at my Jussie Smollett.
Whoa. I think you're
how you-
misportraying what happened.
What happened?
I think you guys are racist, and I'm not. That's what happened.
Really? Weren't you talking about when I said Jussie
I
Smollett?
can't recall.
Oh, well, we can play it
Hey,
back.
Senator.
So, Jack, this is why you're on the podcast.
all right,
Am I
my
back?
worst open mic experience was that one time this lady went on stage, started talking about how she had like epilepsy and she would have seizures if you saw bright lights,
Oh, no.
and like that's how you.
So Jack turned on all
yeah,
the
so I
lights
turned
on
it
the
all
mic.
up. No, but that's how you let people know their time is up at
yeah.
an open mic. So I just didn't. I was so scared. I thought she was gonna die.
Yeah,
but,
she wasn't killing, so Jack killed her.
Yeah, but
No, she
then
was a nice lady. Who,
Yeah, she was
No,
a nice
I don't
lady.
know if I was there. For
but she just went. I just let her go on for a while, but it wasn't that
writhing
bad.
there in pain, seizuring, just let her go. Didn't
Yeah.
make her bite down on a pencil or
No.
anything. It's like, look at her go. I know a punchline's
I was
coming.
like, put her wallet in her mouth, and someone just took her wallet, and then no. It's like, but I was just scared she was gonna have a seizure, but she didn't.
So how's the open mic now? Because I know it's just down to one day.
Yeah,
Way busier.
Like, yeah, because was Monday not as busy?
it was like.
Fucking
'Cause,
Al
like-
is just like
Okay, go
wanting
on.
to interrupt
Hold
you.
on.
I thought you were
Hold
called
on.
ties, sir.
All right. No.
That's probably not
you go
my
ahead.
worst open mic story, but that's what I could think of.
That you were afraid to kill someone? I can
Yeah.
see, yeah.
Well,
So yeah, now the
because
open
she
mic
wasn't
is just
Puerto
Wednesday.
Rican, but
It's
Portuguese.
oh, okay.
He's like, same thing. Guys are the same thing.
Wow.
Okay, go.
All right, so yeah, open mic is just on Wednesday now. We're a bit more structured as far as like who does what, because we were all kind of doing the same thing for a while. So it's like Jack, I would say, primarily runs the open mic. I don't really host it too much. Roman does occasionally. Morty does too. But as far as like the day-to-day task and like promotion and stuff and like creating the flyer, stuff like that, Jack has kind of spearheaded a lot of it. I don't host the open mic so that I could focus on producing shows. So it's like each of us, me, Roman, Jack, we're all doing separate things to like build a collective whole. And Yassine as well. He's in the mix defensively, and he'll get that. And yeah, so we're pretty much like we're allocating our efforts as like strategically as possible, and just looking at like the open mic, and we've been experimenting as far as like how many times should we have it, what should the start time be, and after like a lot of trial and error, I think we've come up with like a good system, having one open mic a week. Because if you look at it from the audience perspective, it's like, what would motivate a person to buy a ticket for an open mic as opposed to a show? And if you just look at the product, a book show is obviously a lot better product, but it's like we still want to give people opportunities. And the way that we're able to give more opportunities is if we have more shows. So essentially, the Monday open mic is going to be rebranded as a book showcase in a couple weeks.
The best of? Or is that-
No, so that's like a monthly show. So I'm producing 3 shows at Blacktop. One is the verbal insults with Josh. The best.
So you're co-producing that one.
You want to talk about specifics? All right. So do you co-produce this podcast with Rob?
No,
All right. So whose fault is it then?
it's his
Who's
show.
responsible for this fucking atrocity?
This fucking guy.
I produced the whole goddamn thing.
You fucking bigot.
I produce my own.
Yeah, so I co-produced the Verbal Insult show with Josh, the Best of Blacktop show, and then we have a third show which is kind of in flux as far as we're kind of adapt. So I have 3 spots. Verbal Insults, that's kind of non-negotiable. That's It's going to be there every first Friday. We have a Best of Blacktop show at some point of the month. This one will be on February 15th, and then I have another spot in January. Me and Yassine did Comedy with Consequences, which was where you try to riff. If it doesn't go well, you spin the wheel, do some fucked up shit. This month, the third show is going to be a Valentine's Day show, variety show with Roman Spinelli. He's going to be doing some music, some magic, some comedy. We're going to have Rhoda Ramone there as the feature. She's going to be doing some comedy, and I'm hosting the show. And so produce 3 shows a month, and then with the addition of the showcase that Roman's going to be taking the lead on, and then the open mic on Wednesdays that Jack is doing.
Nice.
Yeah, so back to Jack.
What's up?
Well, we asked you about the open mic, but I guess he fucking just nailed it down.
Yeah. I have a favorite story from an open mic, not mine, but
Yeah.
Go for it.
one time at a comedy club, Stab Comedy. There's a big pause there, so you can bleep it out. if you
God
need to.
damn it.
No, but so we were all outside and we're talking, and this guy on a bike goes by, and like as he's coming close to us outside of the place, he's like, "Move out of the way! Move out of the way!" So we move out of the way for this guy to bike by, and as he's biking by, he goes like, "Bitch!" And then he slams on the brakes, skids to a stop, gets off his bike. He's like, he's probably like 20 feet from us. Looking back, he goes, "Is this the comedy club?" No one answers him. He's like, "Is this the comedy club?" No one. And then David Thorne comes out and he goes, "Is this the comedy club?" And David Thorne's like, "Hell yeah, it's the comedy club. It's the best comedy club around." So
Did
then
he go in?
no, then he comes up to our circle and he starts talking about how these guys jumped or whatever.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah. And then John Ross was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry that happened." And then the guy like puts his hand out and John goes to shake it and then he like slaps John in the stomach. And then like, the total dynamic change. Everyone's like, "Oh my God." And then he's like, "They put their fucking hands on me." And everyone's like scared he's going to swing at someone. And then he's like, and he looks at me, someone else. I think it was Sam Holcoulter. And he's like, "You think you're better than me? And you're fucking," and he looks at my shoes. He's like, "You're fucking moccasins." And I was like, "What?" And then I forgot what he said. And then David Thorne was like, "Yeah, man, whatever you say." And the guy was like, "Fuck you, eat a cheeseburger to David." And then David totally like diffused the situation that he ultimately caused. But it was definitely a fun night at the comedy club.
Wow.
That's typical downtown for you.
Yeah, that was fun.
I remember I took the Comedy 101 at Comedy Spot, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember leaving, and this chick we were walking, we made eye contact. She pops a squat, pulls her pants down, and just starts shitting and pissing in the middle of the sidewalk. And I was like, all right.
And then Nick asked for her number.
Yes, he did.
No, she was a little too broken for me.
That's
No,
not
I
possible.
knew she didn't have a phone, so I just asked her what sidewalk she lives on.
Yeah, that was a memorable night. She dropped a deuce, dude. It was like a big one.
Yeah, it was a homeless diet deuce. We're just like running.
Just water.
Yeah. Gatorade.
Fuck, I was going to ask something, and I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, you saying yeah doesn't fucking help.
Your fear of dead air.
Yeah, we can edit.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, what dead air? What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
What shows do you have coming up, Any?
What shows do I have coming up? I have
Here we go.
Is that an iPhone?
Yeah, it is an iPhone. It's an old SE.
Why are iPhones always so small though? Like,
Well, this is a small one. This is like specifically this small
It's
one.
actually a normal size phone. Jack just has freakishly large hands.
Actually, I feel like I have small hands, so I got the small phone to make them look
bigger?
normal
All right.
size.
Oh, normal.
Yeah.
No, you got some gangly hands right there when you
Thank
hold that
you.
phone. Here, you're welcome.
He has a circumcised dick, though, so it's chill.
Yeah, it goes around, comes around. On
Huh? Where is he ejaculating?
Yeah. On Wednesday, the 12th of February, I'm doing a guest set at Punchline on
Jimmy Earl.
Yeah, Jimmy
you
Earl
disrespectful
show.
piece of
I
shit.
can't believe I forgot his name. There we go, Jimmy Earl. It got cut off. And then the 15th, there's a showcase here, and I'm hosting it, and that's a Best of
Blacktop, baby.
The Bob Show. And then I think that's it right now. Take it day by day.
Day by day?
Yep.
All right. You ready for daddy shows? All right.
By the way, so part of...
Oh, fuck.
No, yeah, I got to say this. So part of, booking guests is I do, like, research. Basically, I Facebook and Instagram stalk you guys pretty heavily.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you need to add a lot more comedy pictures because as you scroll down, on
comedy pictures?
Because as you scroll down on your Facebook, you come to this chubby little dude that you were, and there's a photo of you.
Chubby little dude.
You were chubby. Don't
pull up the picture.
I'm on it.
Yeah, and you calling me chubby, you fat fuck?
I can say you're chubby because you're
That's
not
like
as fat
Jack
as me.
and Rob getting into an argument about who has worse eyesight. Actually, no, it's not, because I'm not. And even if I was, who cares? It's like, I could let you fucking disrespect me, you fucking ogre.
I had somebody,
You and your fucking donkey, Eddie Murphy, go fuck yourself, all right?
I had somebody call me an ogre once. That was not nice.
The homeless lady just took a shit. She's like, stop watching.
Yeah,
me
also the primary platform I use is Instagram, so if you want to see me when I'm skinny, apparently, go on Instagram, Alfraud.
Look, he's got chubby cheeks, right? Right fucking there.
Wait, let me see.
He's in the monk. He's the monk holding some guy with a leash.
Oh, yeah, we're at a Renaissance fair. So, yeah, the dude in the middle, Keenan Lewis,
chubby,
he's
right?
an MMA fighter. The dude on the far left is actually a guy who inspired me to do my first open mic. This was 2013.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah, he had been doing comedy a little bit, and we went to the Ha Ha Comedy Club in North Hollywood. It's where I grew up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just had to bring it
And
up.
I don't know, do I look overweight in that picture? I think I
doesn't
look
even
pretty
look like
healthy.
you in that
I didn't
picture.
say overweight. I said chubby.
Chubby, okay.
Overweight
Fucking
is this.
body shaming. Well, you want to feel shame? Look in the fucking mirror, Nick.
We already said we're fat.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You guys haven't accepted how fat you really are, though.
Oh, I have.
No, I think we need a moment of silence for your cholesterol.
Did you listen to the episode where we measured our tits?
Of course not.
Yeah. He's a B cup.
All right. Do you insult all of your guests or just the
The ones that can take it.
Oh, see, that's why I don't like running a roast battle, because it gives everyone an excuse to be a piece of shit to me. I have feelings too, okay?
Prove it.
Prove it. He's like, prove it. Let me see you cry. You want to talk about? Let's talk about my character now, huh? You've insulted my physical appearance. What about my religion? Huh? You want to make fun of that?
It's like the worst presidential interview ever.
Local candidate. This is it. Disgraced. Fucking. What would be my political party?
I'd still pick you over
Fucking.
Trump.
You're just like,
I'd do a good job. Let's be honest. I think I could fix the deficit in 5 to 10 years. Off of the backs of the people.
Yes, he got it right.
He's got the hands.
See, we need to we don't need more workers in this economy. We need the economy to work for us, which is a simple solution. Each and every one of us needs to put our heads together and plant more money trees.
You sound like Ross Perot fucked JFK. It's.
I don't think he gets the JFK
I know.
reference.
Well, you had the Boston thing in there a little bit, and then
You know Ross Perot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Passed away
I know
recently.
who JFK is.
Yeah.
Oh, so between you two,
Yeah,
you
we
guys got the
one
reference.
Oh, no. I got it.
A squeaky little
I
old
got
man
it.
with a Boston accent.
I just didn't like it. All right, so can I plug my
I was
fucking
gonna say,
shows?
oh my
Jesus Christ.
God.
We're going to end soon.
My favorite
plugs gotta
open
get
mic
going.
story.
Yeah, just go to www.verbalinsults.com. Everything you need to know. Be right there.
Everything.
That's it?
Or just go on my Instagram, Alfraud, A-L, fraud. And yeah, I have all my show dates there. And yeah,
It's perfect for a politician.
thank you. Thank you,
All right,
fellow
so
Americans and Iraq listener.
He comes and goes.
Mr. Mazin.
Do you want to plug your podcast?
Stand Up Dads. I do a weekly podcast with my buddy Mike. We talk about parenting, and drops every Sunday.
Okay, so before we end, I just have to ask you guys this.
Yeah.
That's cute.
What do you want to ask?
This one podcast is willing to do like shout outs and 60-second reads for my podcast. So I hit them up and I was just like asking for stuff, like prices and stuff. They replied with, first of all, the podcast is Legion of Skanks. Are you guys familiar with it?
Yes.
You are? Probably because of Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in
Josh
it
is more in touch with the culture.
So in it says Legion of Skanks, and then R is lowercase, and then capital EAD. Now, is it weird that when I first opened this, I was like, I think he just told me to eat a dick? Because the E and the A and the D.
So I have something in
capital.
common with the Legion of Skanks.
You want me to eat a dick?
No, we both fucking hate you.
But no, I mean, is that weird? Like, is that weird for me to make that leap?
You just love dicks, bro. It's not a big deal.
I mean, look at that.
You're just insecure.
Look at that.
Just Legion of Skanks read.
Yeah, but it's lowercase R and then capital EAD. And I'm like, I think he just told me to eat a dick.
And maybe that's their inside joke with themselves. Go,
Well, they're going to love this.
Yeah, you're like a insecure schizophrenic.
I think so.
It's like making these connections, and that's why there's no more World Trade Center.
Jesus, it's...
So, yeah, and I think that's just your own insecurities.
Yeah, you've got a lot of them.
Or you just really want to eat Jay Okerson's dick. What are you flipping around on? Well, it's really little, so you'd fit.
That is true.
Do you know why Jay Okerson wears gloves?
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking.
It's the style. Same with his chain.
Yeah, when I
fucking
was in
wallet.
first grade and I had really chapped hands because it was windy, I'd sleep with gloves.
Wow. That's not
Makes them
something
nice and smooth.
What? Where'd you sleep?
In a hospital.
On a balcony?
Yeah, that way I wouldn't infect the nurses.
On the landing pad?
Do you still sleep with one glove or just...
One too tight glove.
One for loving, one for... Never mind.
Yeah, one for evidence, one for... one for evidence, one for not leaving evidence.
Doesn't fit, must have quit.
I don't think he did it.
What?
All right, I think this is a good place to stop.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to get elected.
He's just trying not to be racist anymore.
Yeah, well, that ship has sailed a long time ago. So.
Oh, we know.
No, I don't think he did it. I don't.
Who did?
I think she slipped on a knife. Like she fell.
Over and over.
And then Ron Goldberg was like, oh my God. And then he fell too.
On the knife over and over?
And then O.J. Simpson came in and was like, oh my God, what's going on?
And he took his gloves off.
Well, he was trying to hold her, and then, he freaked out.
Okay.
Interesting.
No, O.J.'s...
Who are you voting for president?
They haven't even decided in the fucking Iowa caucus, man.
Well, decide.
Like, you want me to decide for
Yeah,
Iowa?
Who would you pick?
I don't know.
Pussy.
I mean, if we're going to get political, first of all, the Democrats have to stop fucking imploding. You can't be ripping up the State of the Union address on fucking camera. Do that off. If I had to vote for anybody, though, I kind of like what Bernie says.
Oh, you like the Mr. Sanders?
Are you calling me a liar? Like that?
Yeah, I live.
Oh, you want the minimum wage to $15 an hour?
I mean, some of the shit ain't
My
gonna
brothers and sisters,
Jesus.
That's just an old Jew.
Well,
we need to form a coalition. I am probably disrupting the play that is going on
It's
next
over.
door.
No, they got 2
Nick
minutes.
Johnson has a great relationship with the blacks.
I do. I got a friend. Yeah. I have one.
Oh, I see you've promoted him to friend. That's nice. Being more progressive now, you bigot.
What's your social media? Plug it before we got to go.
At the Jack Scotti, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, maybe. Actually, I don't use my Twitter, just Instagram.
Just go
That's
to
it.
verbalinsults.com.
No, go to the Jack Scotti.
You guys got to get more Twitter followers, by the way.
I never use my Twitter. Do you
Yeah.
want to give your boy a shout out?
My boy.
I don't think I have like maybe a couple. I don't know. I don't really like Twitter.
I don't either.
I'm not a big fan.
I love it.
Of course you
I don't
do.
get it.
They have your
You spew
fucking
hate.
disgusting porn on
I
it.
do.
Your
that's
bubble.
all I
yeah,
do.
your bubble porn.
Yeah, you and your filth that you watch and touch your disgusting fungus-filled foreskin with.
I've washed it in the past 24 years.
blow bubbles with it.
All right, we are done. Thank you very much
thank
for
God.
coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you for having us.
Sorry, Al talked over you the whole time.
It's okay.
Well, hey,
He also
hey.
talked not into
No.
All right, well, thank you very much, guys, and we'll be back next week.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.